That is Anthony's Nose right in front. This is the Bear Mountain Bridge. And this is the Hudson. That's going north, kind of north. Over there, it's going towards New York City, or the Hudson goes into New York City. That is the first summit of the day. Bear Mountain is closed. I think it's supposed to be opening here soon. Just has to get inspected and everything. But as of right now, it's closed. And there's just a road walk around it. But past that now, on the Bear Mountain Bridge, absolutely beautiful views this morning. Clouds, the fog in the distance. I could do without all the cars, but it is what it is. It's kind of fun walking on this bridge, to be honest with you, the views. One more look here. Good morning. Crossed over to Hudson. Still on a road walk up to where it goes back into the forest right here. Starts climbing up Anthony's Nose. Yes, I am climbing a mountain called Anthony's Nose. I can't wait to climb a nose and be at the top of the nose. It's a very small mountain though, but it's steep, just like most small mountains are. They get you straight up there quick. So I think it's like a mile or so up to the side trail that goes 0.6 miles up to the summit. And there's supposed to be great views of the Hudson. And I don't know what else. Guess we'll find out. I didn't actually climb Anthony's Nose last year. I was in a hurry for some reason. Don't remember why. But did not do the side trail like I do most side trails for the summit. So looking forward to doing it this year and seeing those views. It's gonna be a nice day today in the 70s. Partly sunny, partly cloudy. I don't think there's much chance of rain. If there is, it'll be towards later in the day, I think. Get to go by the first Deli in New York. Looking forward to that. That was a great sandwich I had last year at that deli. Looking forward to that. Nice and bright and green. It's gonna be a great day. Short-lived, but pretty good climb to start off the day. I think it's about 500-600 feet in half a mile. And the side trail just goes on for half a mile, but doesn't really climb a whole lot. It's got my heart pumping this morning. Oh, I missed the climbs. Hasn't been too many climbs lately, it seems like. As you all know, that's what I'm all about. The climbs. I think I'm panting into the video more than I usually do. But I'm kind of rushing up here because it feels good. On the side trail right now. That was a great burner, I'm telling you. That's pretty much straight up for half a mile. At least 1,000 feet per mile rate. So about 20-25% grade. Gets the heart pounding first thing in the morning. The side trail is just kind of long. Not really much elevation. I think it only goes up like 100 feet more. It's a small mountain, like I said, but those small ones, case in point, Sassafras Mountain in Georgia. It's small. It's a short climb, but it's a burner in the heart more than the legs. Well, I guess that's depending on what your conditioning is. My legs really don't feel much climbing mountains because I do it so often. But sometimes my heart gets pounding. It's pounding right now. Actually, I'm flat and it's still pounding pretty good. Had some pretty heavy duty coffee this morning. Pretty strong coffee to get my day going. And I'm feeling that caffeine right now, for sure. It's beautiful here, it's forest. Feels good to begin the first summit out of the way in the first hour of the day. Love that. Gonna be some great views too. So I'm excited. Anthony's Nose. It's a place where I haven't been. I like going to new places. Believe it or not, the AT this year, since I did the AT, last year, and I've done a lot in the Smokies in Pennsylvania over the years, and, random places besides that on the AT. But this is definitely different than I thought it would be. I thought I would actually be quite bored out here just because so many mountains that I've already summited, but such a different experience this year. Everything's new and fresh. A lot of views that I didn't get to see last year, I'm getting to see this year because of fog or weather and such, especially in the early part. And the pain I had through Shenandoah in Pennsylvania last year in the feet, I didn't have this year, so I was able to enjoy it a lot more, those climbs in Pennsylvania on the rocks. New York is definitely different too. A lot more slippery than it was last year, even though it rained on a good portion. Didn't have that slickness that it has this year. But I'm enjoying New York nonetheless. Well, this is kind of a cruisy trail, side trail here. It's a beautiful morning so far, but it's a little muggy, a little hazy, but still feels great. All right, gotta keep on going here to the summit of Anthony's Nose. Look, there's a nice little pond or something here. Stagnant pond. Swampy. From the top of Anthony's Nose and the overlook, this is looking south on the Hudson. New York City's that direction. Absolutely stunning views looking down. Right over here is Bear Mountain, right there. And on the other side of this tree, you get views going north on the Hudson. This isn't at the very tippity top. Right up here was the tippity top, and you have to come down to see this view so you can get a good look. They're going south. One more scan through, because that is gorgeous. Climbing the mountains. I've been missing this. Best views I've had on a summit for a minute. Pretty much since the Blue Mountain Ridge in Pennsylvania to get this good of a view. Here's the other side of the tree. There's Bear Mountain once again from this side. There's Bear Mountain Bridge going over the Hudson. Going north on the Hudson. Absolutely stunning views from up here, for sure. Standing on the summit of Anthony's Nose Mountain. The first summit going north of the Hudson. The first summit of the day here in New York. Absolutely epic views. Some of the best views I've seen in quite some time, actually. North on the Hudson with the Bear Mountain Bridge. Bear Mountain. Going south on the Hudson. Again, absolutely epic views. Well done, New York. And Anthony's Nose. First time I've ever climbed a nose. And Anthony's Nose is in the bag. The trail is covered with grass and weeds, and it's green everywhere. That's one thing New York has right now is bright green colors, no matter where you look, except on the rocks, the slippery rocks, the New York greasy rocks. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. I just inhaled a gnat into my sinuses, and it feels like it needs to come out, but it's not there yet. So if I sneeze on this clip, you'll know why. I'm not sick. There is a trail here. Can't really see it too much on the video, but almost looks like bushwhacking, but we're not bushwhacking at all. I am digging this hike so far today. The grassy, cruisy trail. After that first climb up to Anthony's Nose, there was a couple of small climbs after that. And it's just cruisy. Walking at probably, 500 to 800 feet of elevation right now. Coming close to some roads where a deli is. The first of 3 delis basically over the next 3 days. Looking forward to that food. But oh my goodness, it is gorgeous out here today. The sun's shining, nice cruisy trail. The knee is doing good. Everything's doing good so far. It's early, only 5 or 6 miles into the day, but it is gorgeous. You can tell it's gonna be hot today too, but take a look at this trail. Absolutely beautiful. So coming close to the deli, currently at 1,414 miles, which means 14 miles ago, I passed the 1,400 mile marker, which I did not see, probably because it wasn't there. But even if it was, I didn't see it. But for the first time on the AT, I didn't celebrate a mile marker, milestone, And I even said it on the video yesterday that I was coming close to a new milestone. So 14 miles late with 780 miles to go roundabout. The first 1,400 miles of the Appalachian Trail Thru-Hike is in the bag. The trail's getting wider. You know what that means? Getting lower and coming closer to Deli. I don't think it means that, but I'm getting closer to the Deli and the trail's wider, so I put the two together. I don't think it means every time the trail gets wider that there's a Deli around the corner, but that would be great if that was the case. Almost food time. Woo! Totally forgot to show you the Deli once I got here, even though I talked about it 2 or 3 times this morning. But right over there is where I came out. And then right here is the Appalachian Market. It's a gas station that has a deli inside, some good resupply stuff for hikers. They name their sandwiches after through hikers and so forth. I got the steak and cheese. Then you come over here, and right here is where the trail goes. So you basically have 2 roads coming together there, and then have to cross it coming back into town. Come back into town, oh my God. Coming back into the forest. Sorry, that got me distracted. Some car out there was laying on their horn at somebody else. But anyway, I digress. I got some fuel there because I was out of fuel. Got a couple more snacks for the bear can. No point of loading up too much because I'm gonna be passing a couple more delis in the next couple days. So I could keep resupplying each day. I didn't carry anything out. That's the problem with me. I get a big sandwich that you think I could eat half and carry the other half out, and I end up eating all of it, and a bag of chips and a liter of Mountain Dew. But sat in the sun for a little bit out there, filled up some water on the spigot on the side. Also ran into Boomerang, which I haven't seen him since around Roan Mountain. And I ran into Smoking Boots, which he and I shared a car ride last year from the Atlanta airport to Amicalola when we both started last year. And he's out here to do another small section. We'll be done in like 150 miles or so. So really cool to see both of them. And might not see either one of them again before the journey's over. So it's definitely cool to see both of those guys out there at the market. So, or the market, the deli, I mean. So back in the forest again with a full belly. Doesn't happen very often for me out here, but it is today. So it's gonna be a great afternoon, get some good miles in, about 8 miles in right now for the day. And it's been a beautiful day so far. Very warm, so the sleeveless shirt is on, ready for those rays to hit my skin all afternoon. All right, let's get her done. Fortune, can you pick me up? I can't see. Thanks, Fortune. Ooh, the mountains. Not much of an outcropping, but it is beautiful. See that haze all the way back there? You can barely see those towers way in the distance. Looks like there might be like a nuclear plant or something back there, but I can't really tell. Really pretty green. It's about time I finally get to ride up front. I remember this little section well of New York, just huge walls of rocks. And like the trail goes in between, up around, up and down, all around, downtown, in the forest, which makes no sense at all. But it is beautiful, all closed in with all the nice thick trees. But that just looks so cool. To me, it looks like a wall, like you're in a mountain rock room or something. Or like the mountain left all of its rock toys out and forgot to put them away. But for now, the trail looks like this, so it's not that bad for rocks. But here in about 5 miles or so, 5 to 10, it comes to a cool little milestone. Not really a milestone, just a neat little thing they have out here for symbolism, symbolic. And I'll wait till I get to it to show that to you, but it's pretty cool. I remember that from last year. And then you can start going around a lake that I kept calling Nuclear Lake, but it's not. It's Canopus Lake. And I don't know why I called it Nuclear Lake. I don't know how that got in my head, because it's not Nuclear Lake unless that's what the local town folk call it. I don't know how that got in my head, but Canopus Lake is the one that's like all rocks for like 2.5 miles wrapping around before you get down to the lake. And it was a pain in the butt last year, because I thought it was going to be just an easy wrap around the lake to the shelter, and it was not. It was tedious, monotonous, and not fun. It just feels like you're never getting anywhere, but might be hitting that today, might be hitting that tomorrow, I don't know. But this is the office right now, and that's pretty freaking epic. On the rocks again. I can't wait to get on the rocks again. Banging ankles with all my friends. I can't wait to get on the rocks again. Ow. Lettuce, anyone? The New York swamp. Whoa. That one board was like a springboard. A lot of action going on to it, with it. Standing on the summit of Canopus Hill, the second mountain / hill / summit of the day in New York, all socked in with trees on this overcast but green, bright green day. That one was kind of a doozy climb. It is always the short ones. But I digress. Nonetheless, Canopus Hill is in the bag. Definitely beautiful forest through here, but we have arrived to that time of day of the PUDs, the pointless ups and downs. 50 feet up, 50 feet down, 50 feet up, 50 feet down. But a lot of cruisy trail in between as well, which helps make up those miles spent at the Deli. Beautiful country though, beautiful country. New York is very beautiful and green and lush in areas, and in other areas it's just a bunch of wet rocks. Today, Absolutely beautiful. About a mile ago, past an area that was called the inoculation station, which had something to do with, like, back in the days of George Washington, I think the Revolutionary War. I think. I didn't read it because I read it last year. But I was thinking that was in Connecticut, not here. So that kind of shocks me that it was this early. But those rock walls that was over there, they've been everywhere since then. So I don't know if these still have to do with the war, or if this was private landowners and this was their properties. Not really sure, but definitely a lot of them sectioning off something. Not really into history when I'm out here. I love history, don't get me wrong, but I'm not into history out here because I'm out here to conquer the mountains and the summits, the symbolism of what that means to me, the physical, the emotional, the spiritual journey, overcoming those mountains, overcoming the trail, conquering the trail, for lack of better terms, whipping all their butts. It's all about coming out on top, no matter what the grind, no matter what the pain, no matter what the trial. Keep pushing through. So because of that, I'm not really into the history near as much, because it's not what I'm here for. I'm here to conquer. I love history, but I can read about the history some other time. Don't really like to stop and read about all the different things. So that's what you're into, and that's awesome. That's great. But each person's journey is something different to them. And that's what my journey is all about, is conquering and overcoming and making myself a stronger person and reflecting and always finding the better version of me, whether it's physical, emotional, spiritual, mental, whatever other ulls there is. Always being better, always pushing myself to the limits in all those aspects, and conquering the tar out of everything I touch. That's what I'm all about. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Little beaver pond outlet with a nice stream coming down from it. Nice flow. Nice running water. Good enough for me. Gonna filter up here. Set up camp. Right over there on the other side of that thing. About 100 yards away. Really nice spot. Nice view of the beaver pond here behind me. Here's the dam here. Haven't seen a beaver yet. I'm going to look for a while though, because believe it or not, I'll be 49 in about 10 days and I've never seen a beaver in the wild. That's crazy. As many beaver ponds and beaver dams that I've been around. Never seen a beaver. There was the other day, somebody pointed one out, said, oh, there's a beaver over there. And I wouldn't look because I'm stubborn. I'm like, nope. The first beaver I see can't be somebody pointing it out to me. I have to find it on my own. That's nuts, I know. But anyway, going to call it a night. Pretty decent day. Not quite 20 miles a day, about 18 or so. Almost 4,000 of elevation. Some really good views today, a couple summits. Really nice day. A little hot and muggy, but I think some rain's coming in tonight and a little bit tomorrow, or a slight chance of very light rain at least. Another Deli probably hit tomorrow, but have a real rocky section around a lake that I was talking about earlier, so I got to do that as well. But gonna have a nice restful sleep next to that water, and hopefully I'll see a beaver. Everybody have a great night, and remember, live life.